Hello everyone, I'm Marcus, and I welcome you to MiloX News. Are you ready to dive into the world of Tesla and its market performance? In today's report, we'll be exploring the daily Tesla report for Thursday, July 13th, 2023, where we'll see how Tesla has been performing in the stock market and what we can expect in the coming months. Did you know that about 6 or 7 weeks ago, Tesla settled above the top of an 18-month channel, which is currently at 191.39, ultimately anticipating a test of the all-time high of 414. By the end of this video, you'll have a comprehensive understanding of Tesla's current market position, potential future movements, and key resistance and support levels. This will equip you with the knowledge to make informed decisions about your investment in Tesla. Before we dive in, I want to invite you to subscribe to the MiloX News channel. We have a lot of great content coming your way, and we don't want you to miss out. So hit that subscribe button, and let's get started with today's Tesla report. About 6 or 7 weeks ago, Tesla settled above the top of this 18-month channel, which is currently at 191, ultimately anticipating a test of the all-time high of 1449. The exact timing of that is almost impossible to predict, but I would say in the coming months. I would also say that over the next 3 to 5 months, if we close above what is our initial target on this move, 284, consider medium-term resistance. This rising channel could contain monthly purchases and below which the market is susceptible to falling back into the low 190s over the next month or two. We are hesitating here in this vicinity. And on the weekly chart, we have 247. This is our downward pivot point. This is the level that if settled below at the end of the week, that does pivot the market aggressively south into the low 190s. So, what is considered achievable in the low 190s below 284 becomes expected below 247. For short-term traders, as I've been mentioning, they could opt for out-of-the-money puts of 245 or 250 that don't expire for at least several weeks, and that's the downside play right now. So closing below 247, the low 190s are likely then by the end of August. Speaking of the day itself, we have 269, nothing more than the lowest settlement price from, I think it was Monday, and the Tuesday settlement price was very similar, but the lowest settlement price following this high move from about a week and a half ago is 269. It's an intraday support level. Intraday resistance is 276, which is capable of containing intraday strength, 269 capable of containing intraday weakness. If we break 269, there's a good chance we could fall all the way to 260. This is consistent with having tested this medium-term resistance in the mid-280s, then in the high 270s and low 280s a couple of weeks later, now in the mid-280s, having tested this area. As I've been mentioning, this channel bottom at 250, which is the 247 I showed a moment ago on the weekly chart. This channel bottom is considered a 1 to 2, 2 to 3 week target. Speaking of the upside today, if we happen to push or open above 276, we might just reach that 284 level on an intraday basis. 284 on the daily chart. It's 284 on the weekly chart. So, if we push or open today above 276, we could push. I think it would be. I don't expect it. It's a pretty significant rally today, but it's certainly possible. We've seen rallies like that. We've seen volatility like that in recent months. In terms of options traders, if we break into the low 250s soon, you could opt for out-of-the-money calls of 285 that don't expire for at least several weeks. If we close below 250, you could opt for out-of-the-money puts of 190 that don't expire for at least a couple of months. I would go further out on that. Finally, the last thing I will say is that if we close the week tomorrow above 284 by the 1% margin of 286 or higher, you could opt for out-of-the-money calls of 315 that don't expire for at least a month. This would be our initial 2 to 3 week target, or you could opt for out-of-the-money calls of 415 that don't expire. I would go at least 6 months further out, maybe a year on that. But I think that if we close above this rising channel at 284 by the 1% margin, I think you can expect a continued price acceleration and an increasingly vertical market, and within as little as 3 to 5 months, reaching 418. Well, that's all for today's daily Tesla report. Remember to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and leave your comments. I hope you enjoyed the video. Until next time.